Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be speaking, I'm trying to be formal here, speaking about how I worked with agencies and what tips I have for you guys. This is kind of like a continuation of my previous video on working with agencies, and I'm only making this video because I got a couple extra new tips and information and I wanted to just add on to it. So here we go. Y'all ready for this? You know that song, like the Space Jam song? So if you're watching this video, then again, you probably want some tips on working with modeling agencies. And this could be for many reasons. Maybe you want a more professional portfolio. You want to use more professional models who know how to pose and have a little bit more experience. And you just want to get your foot in the door. So I'm going to tell you guys some new tips that I found out by working with a couple of newer agencies. So far, I've worked with 4 different agencies, and I really didn't think that would make it this far, to be honest. Like, I'm surprised myself. I'm like, damn, Jess, what did you do? It's like I'm spinning the wheel of fortune, and it just not dropping down into like freaking the pit fire. So real quick, I would encourage you guys to watch my previous video that really talks about the basics, and I mean, I go really in depth on working with agencies, what steps you take just to begin. So I'm going to add on to that video by saying after you get your portfolio together, what I would do is research agencies that you want to shoot for. And what I would recommend is to contact smaller agencies. I mean, yeah, I think I said this in the other video, like, don't go contacting like IMG, you know? I mean, you could if you wanted, but would I recommend a bigger agency when you're just starting out? I don't know, if you got Beyonce in your portfolio, you go for it, okay? Go for it, do that, and let me know how it goes. If you're just starting out, I would, again, recommend a smaller agency. What I usually do is I type in modeling agencies in New York or whatever city you're in. So the most important step, I think, is to get the email of the right person. Now, for me, I was emailing like info@models.com, but a couple of people told me to get the direct email of, you know, the new faces or development person. You want to get the email to the direct person, because the email, if you send it to like the general email, then it's going to just get lost. So if they don't have an email, or they don't have an email specific to development or new faces, call the agency and ask for that email. Just be like, hey, I'm a photographer. I want to send my portfolio over to start testing. What is the email for the new faces booker or director? And then after you do that, send a very short email basically stating that you're looking to test, when you'll be available, dates, and also look at the agency's current modeling images, like stuff that their models already have, like the pictures that they have, the style that they like, and, you know, add images, attach images like that style into your email when you're emailing them to kind of like catch their attention. If you just attach any random photos that don't really match their style, it's going to decrease the chances of you getting a response. So you want your style to match their style. You want them to look at the email and be like, damn, she good. Like, we on the same level right now. Basically, you want your style to match their style. So attach a couple of your images in the email. I usually attach 2 or 3 pictures. You can attach a little bit more if you'd like. Don't attach full resolution photos. I would resize them. They're easier to load. They load faster. And again, make the email short. Don't tell them about your grandma and, you know, your love of cats, even though cats are amazing. Keep it very short, and then have a link to your portfolio. So tell them, I've attached some of my images, and I also have a link to my portfolio, which can be seen here. Thank you for your time. I think the more to the point that you get, I mean, the better chance of them reading it, because if they see this long email, I mean, when are you going to read a long email? When? I mean, if it's shorter, no one even, if a video is even like 1 minute now on YouTube, it's like, it's too long, like we won't watch that, no one has time. You know, like on Facebook when they have like those like 5-minute long videos and you're like, like not even doing it, like you X out. Yeah, that's basically everyone. So just make your email really short. No one, especially like busy bookers, are not going to have the time to read all that. So just keep it short. After you send that email, hopefully you will receive an email back, and they'll ask you to shoot with their models. They'll probably send you a package, so it'll be like a bunch of thumbnails of the girls that are available to shoot. Sometimes they will allow you to pick one. Sometimes they'll just assign you one. So you pick the model that you like, and then you give them some more information. I really like to give out a lot of details. Sometimes bookers will ask for call sheets, and I'm going to show you guys a preview right here somewhere in this area. I'm going to show you a little preview of that. So a call sheet is basically like an organized outline of dates, times, what the model needs to bring. It's like they could just give the model it, and then they'll know exactly what to bring, how to show up, even what color nails to have. So it includes all the necessary information. It just keeps it organized, and I think it's actually just a little bit more professional. So if you don't know what a call sheet is, Google it, because that's what I did. I had to like write one in like half hour, and I'm like, okay, let me learn a completely new thing right now. So after you send the call sheet, it will be sent to the model. You usually don't have contact with the model before the shoot, and I usually don't. We just show up at the same place. Don't be late, because the model won't be late, and you definitely shouldn't be late, because the model usually, reports back to their experience with you at the agency, and just won't look good if you're late. So just be professional. Don't touch the model. Always ask to fix things, and don't take too much time. If it's just a test shoot, it shouldn't 1 to 2 hours, 1 to 2 looks. Let the booker know how many looks you're doing, and kind of give them an idea of like the theme. Sometimes they will require a mood board, and I just send them like some natural looking photos, because that's usually what agencies want. After the photo shoot, make sure to always send a follow-up email just letting them know how it went. I get right onto editing some photos for them to see. One booker asked for some previews, so I edited 1 or 2 photos and sent them over to her just so she can see them. And I think that just builds a lot of trust and loyalty between you and the booker. And you want that booker to be able to trust you, and you want to be on time with that stuff. You don't want to take too long and have them waiting, because they can easily just like not give you any girls or just not work with you. So obviously you want to build a good relationship with them. And then you just keep updating your portfolio with your images, and I feel like it gets easier after the few times, that you have more experience with agencies. Another thing, sometimes if you're working with an agency that's, not in your state or outside your city, and they want you to test shoot with one of their models, you will probably be responsible for the travel costs. I think that it's just one of those things that you have to invest into for your portfolio. And I'm sure none of us like paying out of pocket for things, but if this is what you're serious about doing, I think it's totally worth it to, put that money towards something that you're really serious about, and then getting good images that will really benefit your portfolio. So don't look too much into like how much money am I spending, unless you're like flying over to like Asia and it's like $5,000 for a ticket. Calm down. Like I don't know if they're going to pay for it, yeah. But if you have to pay out of pocket that much, then I would be like, okay, like take a step back. But usually it's pretty common for you to have to pay for some travel expenses. And I've heard other photographers do this. It's different for everyone, but I would just recommend, if you're serious about something, then you show them that you're serious. And I believe some people told me that then they eventually, would start paying you once they see your work. And they're going to send you some girls that, maybe you wouldn't personally choose, but they want to see how well you work with their girls and what kind of photos you can get out of them. So I feel like the first couple of tests are really a test, and, just to see what you're able to come up with. The agencies don't even really know you yet. It's like a new relationship. Like, you're not going to dive in right away. You're just going to you're just going to dip your toe in. You're just going to test the water. So that's what agencies do, and I totally understand it. Hopefully this video has been somewhat helpful. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any other tips for photographers on working with agencies.